when Sherry first contacted me and said, we're going to do this over Zoom, and we're all stuck. Let's do something creative. We'll see what happens. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't work, but let's try. I was like, oh, I'm all in.
Because I've been lucky to work with Sherry before, and I know that she has a really expansive vision. And she had mentioned that even though the script looked pretty straightforward, that it would kind of be cracked open in order to take on a couple different dimensions.
It just was definitely out of the box, not ordinary.
There's the old saying, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I really feel like Sherry gave all of us this enormous gift to make lemonade together during COVID.
None of us could be working as artists during this time, and she found a way to get us together, even though we were apart, and to make some art.
We got to do what we love to do. Pretty cool.
It was nice to have a project to focus on, to take your mind off of what was actually going on in the world, where you didn't really know what was going on.
I live with my girlfriend, and her mom actually came to stay with us, at the beginning of lockdown. And I just remember saying to them, like, I'm gonna go into the other room and shoot this movie now for the next 8 hours. And they were like, what are you talking about? Like, how are you gonna do that? And I was like, I don't really know. And it might not work, but this is what I'm doing on this Saturday. And now that I see it, it absolutely worked.
I was pleasantly surprised. I wasn't sure what we had made, because there was 4 actors not in the same room talking to our computers, basically. But then when I saw the film, I actually liked it. I was laughing and I felt things, and the other actors were great. And I was like, wow, there's a film here.
I love to abandon myself to her vision. Not knowing exactly what that is very exhilarating to me, because there's then a trust, and together we're going to make this, beautiful piece of art.
I thought, okay, this will be like an interesting film, cutting between Zoom setups with maybe a bit of B-roll in between. It's nothing like that. I mean, yes, we are filming ourselves while, corresponding on Zoom, but the amount of found footage and kind of the abstract editing techniques and the music and sound design was illuminating the realities of our time.
I think the additional political underpinnings give the film a whole other life, in a way.
I love independent film. I think it's an arena where we get to really explore topics and go places that maybe we don't get to so much so on the commercial side of things.
Using stock footage, but also stock sound and music in some cases, sort of set the tone in some ways, in a very good way, to sort of reflect this sort of ubiquity of sound and image that we're bombarded with every day on the internet, with our phones, with the computer, and sort of the banality of that.
It's such a wild and wonderful ride, and so surprising, and just, it's fun, but it makes you feel.
My favorite artist, as far as modern art is concerned, is Jackson Pollock, and the drip paintings in particular. And in some respects, one could equate the film to this massive canvas where there's just all these wild colors and brushstrokes and drips and drabs and things pulled in that you never expected all throughout the film. It's the kind of film that someone would watch more than once and find these little Easter eggs throughout. each time that perhaps they didn't see the time before, like a painting by Pollock.